So, starting off, you gonna fan that hammer?
Of
course.
course. All right. This is a different variation of Fan the Hammer because we're doing a Run DMC style. It's tricky, 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 but it's still Fan the Hammer.
All right. So
Yeah,
Noah Hawley came out and is talking about the Alien TV series, and he said that they're going all the way back to the basics. So basically, taking out Ripley, taking out everyone, and just really keeping the alien and just keeping that story simple.
I like that idea.
So,
Armando Iannucci and Sam Mendes are joining forces for the show called The Franchise, which will be a satirical skewering of superheroes. And this one is almost saying, like, is this a dream factory or a septic tank? Or is it like, the new dawn of cinema? Or is it like tired old trash? You know what I mean? It should sound, I'm there for it.
Yes, sir. So Prey dropped on Hulu last week. From what we've seen, they haven't released hours watched so far, but they're saying it's the highest viewed debut they've had compared to all prior TV and film that have dropped on Hulu.
Yeah, it was big. Pause. All right. So Black Canary supposedly is still a go over at HBO Max with Journey Smollett still attached. So we'll see how that goes after the announcement last week of the cancellations.
Give it a month, they're canceling that shit for sure. HBO has cast Henry and Sam for their Last of Us adaptation. So Henry will be played by Lamar Jackson, while Sam will be played by Kayvon Woodard.
Nice. Disney Plus has come through, and they've also released their ad-supported plans. Now, this means that Disney Plus will now be renamed to Disney Plus Premium. That will go up in price, and they've also released Disney Plus Basic, which is the ad-supported plan, which is around $8 a month, and also a big slap to the face calling you a basic.
Big time. All right, so Michelle Yeoh, Stanley Tucci, Jason Alexander, Brian Cox, and Jenny Slate have all been cast in the Russo's Electric State, which we've talked about twice or three times already on this pod.
Yeah. Tucci gang. Brian Tyree Henry is going to lead Apple's Sinking Spring. So this one sounds wild because he plays this guy that just like he impersonates a DEA officer. But then like they come across the biggest fucking drug bust, if you will. And people just come after them after that. It sounds sick.
True. What do you call it? We've also got John Worth, who's signed on for the second season of Dark Winds at AMC. Max Martini is going to take on the recurring role of Don Ellis, who's a hard-nosed vet vice cop. Detective. Yep, a hard-nosed vet vice cop in the LAPD in Bosch Legacy. Zoe Tarakis has joined Ironheart, and Lauren Ambrose has joined the cast of Yellow Jackets.
Okay, so
fuck yeah!
Apple has renewed Physical for season 3. Stars has renewed Raising Kanan, which drops tonight for season 3. This is even before. Netflix has also renewed Love, Death, and Robots for a season 4 as well.
Give it to me. And Ncuti Gatwa is starting to film Doctor Who in November.
Nice. So in that Alina of Cuba movie that's dropping, we got news that James Franco is playing Fidel Castro. There was a bit of backlash that was generated in regards to that, but from what the response was saying, so Alina Fernandez was talking about it to Deadline. She was like, Franco has an obvious physical resemblance with Castro, besides his skill and charisma. But she also said that the project is almost entirely Latino, both in front and behind the camera, with Franco being the obvious exception.
I've heard that he's literally in there for like 2 minutes. Like literally. Okay, so Giancarlo Esposito has been talking about, Marvel, and he's expressed interest in playing Professor X in the X-Men movies, which is kind of wild, and I'd love to see Gus as Professor X. I just don't know if he wants to shave his head. Yeah. Rosario Dawson as well has also said that she would love to sort of get to play in that Punisher universe. It was the only show that she didn't really get to play her character Claire in, and she hopes it's happening. She heard it's happening and then promptly said, no, that was just fan rumors, and yeah. She knows.
Let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
That one.
Disney fired her on the spot.
Jesus.
even Ahsoka's gone.
Lip-sync ships. Stitches get stitches. One of the producers on the Strangers film said that we're going to be getting not one, not two, but 3 more Strangers films in the future, and they're all looking to get teed up very shortly. So we went from having 1 and then a big gap, then 2, and now we're going to get, like, there's going to be a quintology of Strangers films. Take that, James Cameron.
Jesus.
On some sadder news, so unfortunately we had 2 passings in the week. Firstly was Olivia Newton-John. Everyone knows her from Grease as well. So she passed away at the age of 73, peacefully, Monday morning in her ranch in Southern California. Everything was announced by her husband, John Easterling. So no cause of death has been provided, but Olivia Newton-John has been fighting breast cancer from the 90s to currently, where she had a 3rd bout around 2017. Like I mentioned, she was in Grease. You're the One That I Want was one of the main songs there as well, which was a banger. And yeah, she also had Xanadu. So there's just a lot of history behind Olivia Newton-John and everything that she brought to the table for both film as well as being a singer. So rest in peace to Olivia Newton-John. Everyone will miss you. Condolences to the family moving forward as well. And as well as that, everyone would have heard about the terrible car collision that happened with everything going on, and unfortunately Anne Heche has passed away as well. She's succeeded by her 2 sons, both aged 20 and 13. Every time I think of Anne Heche, I think of her in Hung, as well as that movie with Ashton Kutcher. Remember where the frog eats the bird at the end?
Yeah, and the chick gives Ashton Kutcher a BJ with a fucking football helmet on.
But yeah, rest in peace to Anne Heche as well. Condolences to the family. Such a sad time, man. So young as well, 53 to pass away. Unreal.
Yeah.
Mm.